Hello, my name is Don and welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the Bergara BMR-X Steel, so don't go anywhere. Alright guys, so I'm no different from you. When the Bergara BMR-X Carbon hit YouTube and it shot as good as it did, I was pretty excited to get my hands on one of these. And I finally got one. We have the steel version. I wanted the steel version because I think that's probably what a lot of you guys would want. So anyhow, I ended up getting mine from Bergara, and the first one I got, guys, was not good. The barrel was... so where the chamber met the rifling, so the throat area there was a lot of damage. The transition from the chamber to the throat was very rough, and there were a lot of burrs on the rifling right there, and then down, I think, 3 of the lands, they looked like the edge of a knife, and I did take video of it, so I'll show you that if I haven't already. Now, I got a hold of the marketing company, and within a couple of weeks, I got another rifle. So guys, what I've done to this so far, we did put an Arca rail on it because I wanted to be able to use the LJW bag rider in the front here. We've got the Arkin SH4J Gen 2 on here, 6-24. We've got the Victor cheek rest on here, and this is the soft one. Love this thing. And we've got the Trigger Tech, I forget which one it is, but it's the lowest it goes is 1 pound. So, and I've got it at a pound. So other than that, it's factory. So what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna shoot the good stuff. We're gonna start right off shooting very good ammunition. So we've got some Lapua Center X, some Lapua Pistol King, my hammer of a lot of pistol OSP. Now guys, if this rifle don't shoot this good, it's not going to shoot anything good. Every rifle I have hammers this stuff. It's a very good ammunition for some reason. And we've got 4 different lots of ELEY match. We've got 2 different lots of ELEY team. And then we've got a lot of semi-auto bench rest from ELEY. So we'll start off with the SK, and then we'll get into the Lapua. We'll go to the ELEY, and we're going to be getting our velocities with the Garmin Zero. And we're going to start off with some SK semi-auto. So I want to warm the rifle up with the semi-auto, and then we'll get into the OSP pistol. All right, here we go. So we ended up with an average of 11.15, a standard deviation of 11.7, extreme spread of 37.4, but it's just SK semi-auto, you know, it's one of their cheaper ammunition. All right, this one is going to be the Pistol OSP Lapua. I believe I'm zeroed for this. Maybe not. Not bad. Not bad. So we had an average of 1,066, a standard deviation of 5.7, extreme spread of 19.9. Looks like we did fairly well with the Lapua Pistol OSP. All right, this is the Pistol King. Actually, we're going to go... Let's see if we get a little closer to the center of that target. Not bad. All right, so we had an average of 1079, a standard deviation of 5.2, extreme spread of 16.5. So that's pretty good so far, guys. Looks like the group size is about the same on both of those ammunitions. All right, what do we got left here? We've got Center X. So we've got two different lots of Center X here. We'll shoot two groups with both of these. So it's about 50 degrees out right now. We've got a little bit of a right to left wind. It's not horrible. I can feel it. The flag's moving a little bit, but it's not bad. All right, we're getting some wind. Hold on. That's a pretty nice little group there for a 5-shotter. That one was hotter than the rest. All right, so we ended up with an average of 1069, a standard deviation of 5.9, extreme spread of 16.6. So these are all doing quite well. Even the numbers on the chronograph numbers are doing quite well. All right, this is the next lot of Center X. Lot number is 708827. Not bad. All right, so we had an average of 1093, a standard deviation of 8.6, extreme spread of 25.6. That was quite a bit hotter than the others that we shot. So I think we had a good showing. The rifle shot the Lapua really well. All right, so I think the next what we're gonna do is got a few different lots of this ELEY match. I'm gonna go double check the other camera and I'll be right back. All right guys, so this is ELEY match, supposed to be 1068 feet per second. Let's see how it does. Alright guys, so not horrible. The chronograph numbers are not great. Average of 1139, standard deviation of 16.9, extreme spread of 58.2, so not the best lot of ELEY match. Alright, the next one is supposed to be 1075 feet per second. Got good chronograph numbers, average of 1138, a standard deviation of 5.1, extreme spread of 16.9. Had two pretty damn good flyers though, and I really don't have any explanation for it. Just flyers, I guess. The chronograph numbers don't show them, but they're there. Other than that, the 8 shots were pretty much all in a nice tight little group, just had two huge flyers. Alright, so this one is supposed to be 1079 feet per second. Wait, look at the zero difference. That one shot high and in the center, and everything else was lower and to the left. Alright, so we had an average of 1121, standard deviation of 14.6, extreme spread of 47.1. I think it was only one flyer, and the rest were in a decent group. So it doesn't seem to like ELEY quite as much as Lapua. Alright, so this is ELEY team. It's supposed to be 1084 feet per second. Alright, not great. A lot of vertical on that one. So we had an average of 1135, a standard deviation of 12.3, extreme spread of 35.2. This ELEY is a lot hotter than the Lapua. A lot hotter. Of course, last shot. Alright, the last one we have, guys, is the ELEY Saber. So this is kind of a budget ammunition. Let's see what this does. This one's supposed to be 1046 feet per second. Alright guys, well that one was kind of all over the place. The chronograph numbers really weren't that bad. We had an average of 1110, standard deviation of 8.4, extreme spread of 30.7. Again, a lot of vertical dispersion on the ELEY. Seems like this rifle likes the SK Lapua products better. I think I have a lot of some long-range match. Let's shoot one more group with some long-range match. Alright guys, so again, I'm going to acclimate the barrel with some semi-auto bench rest SK, and then we'll shoot a group, a 10-shot group with the SK long range. Alright, so that was the SK semi-auto. Let's see what this long-range match does. Alright, so we had an average of 1119, a standard deviation of 11.2, and an extreme spread of 33.8. Let me know in the comments how you think the BMR-X did at 50 yards. We're out here at 100, it's getting dark, but the wind died right down. So what we're going to do is I'm going to shoot a 10-round group with each of these ammunition and see how it does out here at 100. Now what we'll do is we'll see if we can get this warmed up. I'm going to start off with some SK. I want to get it zeroed though real quick, and then we'll start the group. So let's see what we get here for a zero. All right, here we go. Didn't look too bad. So we ended up with an average of 1,058, a standard deviation of 6.7, an extreme spread of 21.0. That's through 20 shots with SK Standard Plus. That's actually really good for Standard Plus. We'll try some rifle match next. I'm going to give this a 10th of elevation, just because it's not as fast. Oh, had to drop that one low. All right. Can't believe the numbers we're getting off this ammunition. Average of 1055, standard deviation of 7.2, and an extreme spread of 21.3. Usually this ammunition, the rifle match, does not have a standard deviation that low. Now it looks like our groups opened up a little bit on that one. Looks like we shot over an inch on that, but that's 10-shot group. These aren't 5-shot groups. I think 10-shot groups are more realistic than 5-shot groups. I've shot, 5 shots in one hole, and then, the next 5 shots were all out of that hole, and it actually doubled the size of the groups. All right, SK long range match. I'm gonna have to take a 10th out of that. Alright, so we had an average of 1095, a standard deviation of 5.9, extreme spread of 21.6, so not half bad. Alright, we got this pistol OSP. Let's try this. Now this was the good one at 50 yards. I gotta tell you, I haven't had as much luck with this at 100 though. So let's see how the BMR-X shoots the Lapua pistol OSP at 100. Guys, it's cooling off quite a bit. Hopefully this is going to hit where I need it to. Alright, looked like we had 2 high flyers, but it was grouping quite well. Average of 1058, a standard deviation of 5.7, extreme spread of 18.7. So other than those 2 rounds that went high, it didn't do half bad. You know what? We are really running out of daylight here. We're getting to the point where the cameras really aren't going to like the how much light we have left. So I think this is going to be the last ammunition we shoot. I have a ton of this ammunition, but I tell you, I haven't had very good results out of this particular lot. So let's see what it does. Not great. All right, let's now that the barrel should be acclimated, let's try one more 10-shot group with this, and this will be the one we count. Wow, I'm actually surprised this like the CCI standard velocity. That didn't do half bad at all. We had an average of 1064, a standard deviation of 10.9, and an extreme spread of 42.3. So the numbers, chronograph numbers, weren't the greatest, but it didn't group half bad for 100 yards. All right, guys. Well, I think that's gonna be it for this video. We shot at 50. Now we shot at 100. I already put all the group size results on the screen. So let me know what you think. Did you expect better out of the BMR-X? Now, after I got done watching Hootie Who's video, he got some pretty good results with the match ammunition with the carbon barrel. How do you think the steel barrel compared? Let me know down in the comments, guys. So, all right, guys, well, that's all I got for you today. So if you like what you saw, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you like what I'm doing here, go down there and hit that subscribe button. Guys, I can't build this channel without you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.